hate uncertainty? If you do, that's probably one of the main reasons why you think making a YouTube channel and sticking with it over time is really, really hard. Because you don't know if you're going to be successful. You don't know how things are going to work out. And this video is about addressing that issue, how to overcome uncertainty and keep pushing through even though you're really, really scared that you're not going to be successful. A lot of the ways we deal with uncertainty is we think in terms of probability. What are the chances that something is going to happen? And sometimes we fool ourselves. Like for instance, when we're in the casino, we think we can actually win, even though if you think about it logically, if you were the casino owner, would you be interested in setting up the dice or the cards or whatever so that the chances of you winning and keeping the people's money is greater than them keeping your money? Well, it's actually not your money if you're the casino owner, because you are kind of like getting money for free from people who think they can beat the odds. But you really can't beat the odds, and the casino owners know that. However, they rig the system so that it feels like you can almost beat it. So that means if they're winning 52 or 53 or 54% of the time, you're losing 48, 47, or 46% of the time. But that 48% of the time that you actually win, it feels much greater than it actually is. So probability is one of the ways we deal with uncertainty. Another way we deal with uncertainty is through worrying. We think about the future and we worry about what could happen, what could not happen. And sometimes we obsess about it. How am I going to fix this? How am I going to pay for this? And sometimes the worry paralyzes us. It creates this fight, flight, or freeze within us, which is a fairly basic instinct that we human beings have, and we can end up being paralyzed. That's why some people put their bills in the drawer, they pretend like they never happened, and they just hope for the best. It's not a strategy that works. Sometimes people try to solve their economic problems by using a credit card. And this is another sort of bias where we think somehow I'm going to have more money in the future. This whole idea that in the future things are going to be a little bit easier, I have more time, I have more money, I can do more, is actually a thing that kind of ruins it for us, because when we put a thing off into the future, we're not accounting for the fact that the reason why we don't have time today is because we've filled up our calendar, and it's the way we schedule our time. It's not going to change even if it's like 3 or 4 months into the future. And if you don't have the money today, you're definitely not going to have the money in the future. Unless, of course, you have a plan and you're willing to work diligently. But then again, if you're someone who's willing to work diligently and have a plan, you probably have money today. It's kind of like a weird thing. If you're stuck in a poor economic situation, it doesn't have to continue being that way, but you do have to make some fundamental changes. But now I'm getting off on a tangent. I don't want this to be about making money, at least not today. I want this video to be about how to deal with uncertainty in a healthy way. And the way I'm going to address that is through the following. The best way to deal with uncertainty is to believe that the future you want is possible. So you have to genuinely believe it is possible for me to create a successful YouTube channel. And I also like to think in terms of the sense that if someone in my generation is going to do it, why shouldn't it be me? So the first thing is you need to have that core belief that it is possible. However, I do not necessarily believe that just because you believe something is possible, it's actually going to happen. That's why you have to learn how to deal with this feeling of uncertainty, because you really don't know. And the problem is you can't really assign a probability towards building a successful YouTube channel. I mean, everyone says it's on easy mode now and things are easy because you can do things without a script and you can just film it in one take like I'm doing now. However, that doesn't guarantee success. It doesn't mean that suddenly lots of people are going to start looking at your channel or my channel. Currently, I only have about 167 views or subscribers right now, but it's better than 0. And I can really hope and believe that it is possible for my channel to be successful. I know that I have really good content. At least I like to think so myself. And so I'm just kind of waiting that one of my videos is going to catch on, and then I'll get a following of people wanting to watch the channel. And that's what you also have to do. So hope and really believing that it's possible are two important things for dealing with uncertainty. In terms of probability, if we're going to be realistic, there are thousands of people, maybe more, many more than thousands of people, who are trying to become YouTubers and creators full time. And not everyone's going to make it. And maybe it's a little bit of luck. Maybe it's having really good quality content. I don't know. I don't know if there's any real secret to it. I just know that if I keep putting out videos and I keep doing my best, eventually and hopefully it's going to take off. And if not, well then what can I do then? How can I live with myself having invested so much time and energy into this endeavor and it fails? And that's kind of like thinking that way kind of makes it a little bit depressing and a little bit hard to continue creating YouTube videos. However, there is a little secret here that you can focus on, and I'm going to reveal that in just a minute. For some reason, when I try these R sounds, reveal, it sometimes stumbles in my mouth. I have no idea why, but I'm not going to edit it out this time. The edits you see earlier in the video is more because I live in an area where there's this tram that drives by and it creates a lot of noise. So what I do is I just freeze for a minute like this, and then I cut it out and jump in to the next section so that hopefully the sound won't be too bad. I've actually put pillows in front of my window and I tried to sound sound insulate the room as best as I can, but I'm just filming from my office, so you'll just have to deal with the sound quality if it sounds bad at times. I hope it doesn't. Let's get back to the main topic: uncertainty and the unusual way you can deal with uncertainty. The unusual way is developing self-efficacy. What the heck is self-efficacy? I mean, a psychologist would know, and maybe someone who's a little bit nerdy in terms of psychology would know. And the more popular term nowadays is called growth mindset. You might want to check out the book written by Karen Dweck and her research about growth mindset. And I'm not exactly sure how self-efficacy and growth mindset overlap with each other and are maybe a little bit different. But I do know that, at least in my mind, they are very similar terms. And it basically means the ability to trust the fact that you can learn from your experience and that failing is okay. That means that in order to deal with the uncertainty of trying to become a YouTube creator, or at least a successful one, I am a YouTube creator, but being successful and having a successful following and actually being able to make money from this, I can't focus on that because I have no control over that. I have no control over how many subscribers I get, whether I'll be able to make money off of it or whatever. However, I do have control over the fact that I'm learning, and I really enjoy learning. So for me, the whole idea of making the videos, going through the process of learning how to edit, how to talk with confidence in front of a camera, mastering the whole idea about the thumbnails and the titles and how to do analytics. I'm going to one day make a video where I'm trying to show you how I am overcoming this overwhelming sense of it's hard to make these videos or hard to understand the analytics behind the videos. My mind really doesn't like these kind of numbers and that sort of thing. I'm a pretty logical guy, and I can follow a logical thing, from A to Z, but sometimes these little things like analytics just kind of escape my mind. Anyway, I have control over the fact that I can focus on learning. That means it's valuable for me to do the YouTube videos even if I don't get a huge following. I know that's kind of a strange thing to say, but at least it quiets down the feeling of uncertainty within me and allows me to continue pushing through. Because there's one thing I am certain about, and that is I will not succeed if I don't produce any videos. So I need to keep producing the videos and keep trying, and I hope you do the same thing. You need to find the thing you can focus on that gives you the confidence to continue pushing through, even though you don't know whether you're going to succeed in the future or not. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because if it does, go ahead and click the like button, follow, comment, and do all that good stuff, because I really need to hear from you guys so I can continue making videos and just really helping you help yourself, because that's what this channel is all about. You.